Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1965 Olivetti Lettera 32 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Italy and one of the top typewriters of all time. It's also made in Spain. The only difference is the color of the shell. This has a more bluish green color and the Spain version has a greener color. Up top is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 75. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got two adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, which skips 2 half spaces when you have it on double. Skips 3. Let's see here. Single, 2, double, 3, and triple, 4. So you got single, 1.5, and 2, basically. And as you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side here. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. One of my favorites, it feels like you're typing on a laptop. The touch is just super light. Feels like a modern typewriter, even though it is not. It's 1965, so this was like way above the technology at the time, and it still is. You know, there's not really any typewriters that are much better than these. So they just got it right. They did more with less, smaller. It's an ultra portable, and it doesn't have too many parts to it, like compared to like an Olympia or something. It's just they got it right, and they just stuck with it. Made these and variations of these for a long time. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip that forward. It unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier. Load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Going to flip this down for now and put the color back on black. Got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. There we go. This blank button is not supposed to be the one key. That is the margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release button. It does allow you to type past that. Very good. This lever to the left is the tab set and clear. So right now we have tabs set on 10 space intervals. So I'm just going to clear that by pushing that down. Everything is super light. You don't have to hit anything hard on this. So now we shouldn't have any tabs, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. Just flipping that switch up will set the tab. So up to set, down to clear. Backspace on the right side, very smooth and light. Oh, by the way, so the one key on traditional typewriters is the lowercase l, and the exclamation point is Shift 8, which is apostrophe, backspace, and period underneath. I think that's it for the keyboard. We're going to open the hood from the front like this. Pops up, and it hooks into the back, so you don't want to try to force that off from the back. You might break those. It's made out of cast iron metal, so it's heavy and strong, but it does break like glass. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side. It's got these special thumb nuts that are basically needed for the ribbon to work. And you can find those. I don't sell these, but a lot of dealers sell these separately. And these are just a universal ribbon that fits on there. You don't need the actual spools that it comes with on this model. So you can just use your regular universal ones with the thumb nut. All the brand new ribbons loaded on this side, so it's pulling right. And if you want to switch that direction, the side you want it to go to behind the spool, it threads through a little ribbon guide. You just want to flip that towards the middle on the side that you want it to go to, and it'll pull to that side. And that's meant to automatically catch the eyelet at the end of the ribbon, which is a little metal piece, to automatically swap it back and forth without you having to go in there and manually do it. This is the touch control, very important for this model because it has such a light touch. So some people might say, oh, this is too light, I can't write with this. Well, mess with this touch control and see how that works for you then. That has saved, I think, a lot of people's opinions on these. I usually keep this on the middle one on the 32, but this one is actually really sweet with the, so it just depends on the machine really. So We're going to hook this into the back first and then snap it down on the front. This is your carriage lock. Flip it down and move the carriage to the middle. It locks the carriage in the middle, so when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around and cause any kind of internal damage. To unlock it, you just flip it up like that. Carriage release on both sides. Smooth and light is the name of the game. Very good. And this is the line space retainer. This disables the line space retainer so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. Same concept with this line space selector all the way back to 0. Disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page between the lines. You just want to be careful because you will lose your line when you do that. And this swivels back when you have it in a case so that protects it, because it needs to be flat like the rest of it and flush. And if you do happen to carry it in the case with this, this can break off. That's easy to replace this, but this never breaks. This won't break. This will break, which is made out of cast aluminum, and that is very, very hard to replace. So you just want to make sure you keep that back when you put it in the case. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.